U.S. designated South Korea a sensitive country over mishandling of lab data. Joseph Yoon speaks at a press conference in Tokyo on February 1st, 2018. So South Korea Reuters. The U.S. Energy Department put South Korea on a watch list because visitors to its laboratories mishandled sensitive information, Joseph Yoon, the acting U.S. ambassador, said on Tuesday. The designation, which relegated the U.S. ally to the lowest tier of the list that includes China, Iran, Israel, Russia, Taiwan, and North Korea, sparked controversy and debate in Seoul, which said it had not been notified by Washington. South Korea was put on this list because there was some mishandling of sensitive information, Yoon said in remarks to the American Chamber of Commerce in Korea. He did not elaborate on the issue, but said more than 2,000 South Korean students, researchers, and government officials visited the U.S. labs last year. The designation was limited to the department facilities, Yoon added, and did not have wider implications for cooperation between the allies. It is not a big deal, he added. There was some incident because there were so many South Koreans going there. This week, the U.S. Energy Department confirmed it had designated South Korea a sensitive country in January, but did not explain why. The vice ministers in Seoul were set on Tuesday to brief acting President Choi Sang-mo on their response, while Industry Minister An Dok-gun is expected to ask for South Korea to be dropped from the list. When he visited the United States this week, government sources have said. In a report last year, the U.S. Energy Department said it had fired a contractor who tries to board a flight to South Korea with a proprietary nuclear reactor design software owned by the Idaho National Laboratory. That individual, who was being investigated by U.S. law enforcement, had been in contact with the unnamed foreign government, the report said, without identifying the country. It was not immediately clear if that case contributed to the designation. Officials in the Energy Department and State Department were not immediately available for comment. The U.S. decision to add South Korea to the list was taken by the previous Biden administration. A spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Energy have said. It came as South Korean officials increasingly raised the prospect of someday pursuing their own nuclear weapons, and in the aftermath of the shock martial law declaration in December that threw the country's leadership into crisis. On Monday, however, Seoul's foreign ministry said the DOE decision was understood to have stemmed from security-related matters linked to the research center and not South Korea's foreign policy. The DOE spokesperson said the designation, due to take effect in April, said no new restrictions but mandate internal reviews before cooperation or visit to listed countries. Meanwhile, the Yoon called on South Korea to help reduce the U.S. trade deficit with Seoul, which have more than doubled since the first Trump administration. To the new administration in Washington, that is troubling, he said. South Korea needs to scrap barriers in the agriculture, digital, and service sectors, he added.